Shefsky here, and welcome to Fantasy House Pandemic Edition. Every week I have a different guest come on and give us a wonderful tour of their imaginary fantasy house. It's the world's only NSFW real estate podcast. No one else does it like this. It's so much fun. It's like Adventure Time and Rick and Morty and all the weirdness of even Midnight Gospel style conversations and a cartoony real estate. So just imagine like weird trippy houses and people describing them, and they're all unique to every person that does it. I love it. It's so much fun. And guess what? This episode, as all of them, is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky. I'm your local Southern California realtor, LA County. I got you right over here, baby. If you want to talk about, I know it's crazy because it's like a pandemic going on right now, even though we're in May. You know, things are super weird. And you're like, how do we even safely buy and sell real estate right now? Well, guess what? It's been happening. It's been a trip. I just had a deal close a couple weeks ago. So we have a lot of regulations and ways that we're doing it to keep everyone safe, but it's totally doable. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to email me at fantasyhousepodcast@gmail.com. I would love to do like a free consultation and find out about what you're up to and answer all your real estate questions. This episode's great. I'm so excited because this is my guest is my brother-in-law, and he's super hilarious. We've done so much comedy together. He's a fantastic actor, hilarious comedian. He works in the beer world. I riff with him all the time. We have an insane amount of inside jokes. I'm so excited. So Josh Slocum, I'm very excited. And let's get the show started. In the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this.
Would you take it?
Josh Slocum.
Bear.
What's up, dude?
Hi.
I'm so excited you're doing this.
Me too. I want to live. I want to live in that house now.
Live in the house? Well, we'll get to the house in a second. You got to tell people about yourself. You work for which company? And tell us all about all the cool shit you do.
I work for Sierra Nevada Brewing Company.
Oh yeah.
And I sell beer, and luckily I'm still able to sell beer, so we still have beer to sell to places that still want it. So yeah, it's cool.
Demand's gone up.
Cooler job more than ever.
Everybody's at home just sheltering in place, drinking beer.
For bottles, yeah. Like we're actually not doing too bad right now because people are buying beer and keeping it at home. Or like me putting on a mask and just going to the store real quick, but can't go to a bar unless we do. Trying to do like takeout specials for like anyone who wants to do it, who is able to do it. Like we get 32-ounce mason jars to do like to-go specials, like for pizzas. So like get a pizza, get a 32-ounce beer with it. So we're trying to keep that going. So we have that going with a couple of restaurants. So. Oh,
that's great. Yeah, that's super. Yeah. That's the way to do it. I was just listening to Tim Ferriss' podcast this morning, and they were just talking about. He's talking to I forgot the guy's name, but he's like a big restaurant professional, and he was just talking about that. That's the way to survive right now, and they don't know what the way forward is, but right now, that's the way to survive. Is just come up with takeout specials. Don't do charity stuff. Don't try to get people to buy gift certificates for your restaurant. It's like just right now, get in there, make your stuff, and try to I'm paraphrasing, obviously, as a 2-hour podcast, but totally just take out specials for sure. So that's great. You guys are doing a bunch of that. What's the best one? What's your favorite beer right now from Sierra Nevada?
Wild Little Thing. That's our new one. It's a strawberry guava hibiscus, slightly sour. Oof.
I wonder if I had that. Have I tried that when we were hanging out before the pandemic?
No, not yet. We just got it. Like right when the pandemic hit, it starts delivering. So you'll probably see it at Ralph's soon, I think. And then, but yeah, just check liquor stores or any crafty beer spots. They should have it in.
Hibiscus and a little bit of
real good.
Oh,
yeah, the hibiscus gives the beer that pink color, and then you get strawberry guava, and it's slightly sour. So it's really damn good. It's really good, especially when it gets hot.
I love all these designer fancy beers, dude. I've been into milk stouts for the past year. I don't drink them a lot. I mean, I haven't drank one since the pandemic, but that's been my favorite when I'm somewhere and we can get a beer, dude. A milky stout, and then Sufferfest, dude. I really enjoy that too. Like those tasty beers, dude.
Yeah, Sufferfest is good. I think you can find it at Target now too. I think Jessica was texting me. She's like, "Yeah, it's here at Target." I was like, "Dope."
Jessica's his sister. That's my sister-in-law, by the way. If our listeners are like, Jessica Simpson?
That's right. You know how me and JS were talking?
Actually, you guys do. She has the same initials, JS. That's so funny.
Not anymore.
That's true.
Actually, I don't even know who Jessica Simpson's, what her deal is, what she's married to. Shout out Jessica
podcast
Simpson.
Is about. What the hell's up with Jessica Simpson? Every week we try to figure out what's up with Jessica Simpson.
That's my new podcast. It's on Fridays. What's up with Jessica Simpson?
We have a different guest on. We're just trying to figure out what the hell's up with Jessica Simpson.
What's she doing?
Oh, dude!
You think she's quarantining?
You got a bike recently too, right?
Yeah.
Tell these listeners about. I feel like I'm Jay Leno. So you got a bike, huh? What kind of bike did you get?
Yeah, it's good. It's 2 wheels. It's a Schwinn, which I know everyone hates. The internet hates.
It's fun.
Yeah,
fun to say.
Schwinns are garbage. And I was like, my dad had a Schwinn. My dad had a Schwinn.
My dad had a Schwinn. He fell. He hurt his knee.
Yeah, no, it's. I gotta get my fat ass like to do more because my butt hurts from riding. So it's like, which is good, but like I need to build up, butt calluses to ride longer. But it's been cool aside from pandemic stuff. I wear a mask. I know people are like saying you don't have to, but I wear a mask and it's almost like cardio training in Colorado. Inhale through the mask.
I haven't been wearing my mask when I'm riding my bike, except for when I encounter people in the bike lane. So we just got bike lanes out where I live. I have a fanny pack and I just pull it out. Like I pulled up to a stoplight and I was like, oh, there's people up here. And before I even got there, I was like, up, and I pulled it out. But not everyone's abiding by the mask rule, and I understand why. Like when it first started, there was a couple doctors online that was like, it's not going to protect you. It's a surgical mask. It's so that you don't breathe stuff out. But then all of the logic came in that like, well, if we all wear it so that we're not blowing stuff out, then it does protect you. It just doesn't protect you the same way as like an N95 mask, which is for the professionals who need it.
Right.
But it's like, oh, it is important to wear a mask. So like I keep it on me if I have emergency mask in my car. So as you know from like our relatives from, the kids having their birthday parades, like we put them on if we roll the window down to chat and all that. But
yeah,
I've seen a lot of people like on their bikes not wearing them, but I think everyone kind of has that different feels of like you're talking about the cardio training, but like some people are already pushing themselves to the limits. They're like, I'm not wearing a mask on top of it. I don't know. It's definitely the way moving forward is we're all just going to be wearing masks quite a bit more nowadays. Did you see that one thing on Instagram? So I don't know how I got this ad. Maybe I'm in the paranoid algorithm, but it's like a full on, it's like a dome you put over your shirt. It's like a backpack that you can wear and just throw it on. It has an air purifying system and everything. So you can go out like a full on, like a Ebola, Dustin Hoffman in the hot zone. Seems a little overkill.
That won't fucking turn eyes at all. Excuse me. Is it like all, if it's all encapsulated, all the arms and everything? Like, is that chicken on sale? The thighs or the breast? I got just the mic button. Hit the mic button.
It definitely will change the society if enough people start wearing them. It'll definitely. This just in, bullying is up by 43%. Like they're just beating the crap out of people wearing that.
Yeah, they punched the shit out of his machine and pushed him down a hill. The kid's fine. Like, thanks to the anti-bullying armor that was invented, of course, in the pandemic of 2020.
They probably just need to get those things out there to people that need that, like in their jobs or wherever they're working around a ton of sick people, like people in nursing homes, people in hospitals, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but in the IE here, I'll see it at Stater Brothers, someone looking at fucking avocados. Like, it's like all the weirdos that are like, had their bunkers built and now they're like, you can't spend a month in your fucking bunker, dude. What's up? Like,
those people get a boner whenever anything bad happens. They're like, I can finally use my MREs. They were about to, they were getting dry.
I'm going to bring my guns to the government building and tell them I want out of my house.
I know.
Because I made a poor marriage decision, and that's the government's fault for keep me in the house with Susan.
That was one of the funniest memes. Was like, been building a bunker, blah, 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 forever. First to crack in 20 days in quarantine or whatever. It's like, so true, dude. But, I mean, they bring up some good points. I totally understand, like, some of I was listening to Al Tutcher report and a couple other people talk about it, Elon Musk and whatnot, just talk about, like, having businesses, how they should be run. And I remember Mark Cuban was even talking about, like, ways that they could have done things differently. But overall, like, with how fast they had to react. And obviously with our country's amazingly disappointing leadership from a federal level. I don't think I even have to mention names. Some of the adults, children reaching around up there. Like to just say like, all right, everybody has to go home. I don't know what else they could have done. Because if you're a politician and you didn't say that, like I think of some of these states that were just like, oh no, it's not serious. It's like, well, the death toll is like rising like crazy. And at some point you're being irresponsible, even if you think you're safe from it, which I don't think everybody's safe from it, but like statistically, even if you're safe from it, dude, like
this is technically an archaic thing that we did. We did it in the flu of 1918. And we did it like during the plague. It's quarantine was invented then. It's like, it's old. So it's like now it's like, you think back then would have been proper for them to be like, oh, this is fuck it, this sucks. I want you out to me cottage. Like that makes sense. Where it's like, oh, history books, we've always done quarantining when shit like this happens, especially when we don't have proper leadership to help yourself. Like, oh man, fucking stay home and play some Mario Kart. Like it's not hard. Like, dude,
I'm critical. Dude, I'm with you. Like it's hard for different people though. Different people have mental things, and a lot of people's medicine is going out and interacting. And of course, in America or in the Western world, we're addicted to shopping. I mean, you can fight that as much as you want, but I've just seen it so much with my own two eyes in my own family and relationships, my own life, and in myself. Like shopping and going out and doing stuff helps us distract ourselves from the void, from the deeper, scarier things that we think about when we're just being at peace and being quiet. So to tell people they can't go out and go shopping, it's like telling all the stand-up comedians, like, look at all of our friends that are going insane because they can't be on stage. That was their medicine, you know?
That's why people go shopping to get something new because that makes them happy. If you get something new, that's their pacification, or if that's even a fucking word. They're pacified for a little bit of happiness because they got something new, but ultimately it takes a pandemic and a quarantine to see like you're depressed. There's stuff going on that there's more fundamental than and everyone's like, well, it's just like the flu. It's like, no, it's awful, it's terrible, you don't want to die from this shit, but it's like that's what you don't want to die from. You wanting to get your hair and nails did, and like it's like fucking dude, Texas, are you serious? Like
I mean, some of that stuff is laughable, but at the same time, you should always be skeptical when you're watching the news that they're picking the most extreme examples of those people, because there are logical people talking about opening up the country or how it should have been done. And I did hear an interview with I forgot what his name was. Dude, he's so interesting. But they were just talking about like how anybody who was over 50 and lived alone, quarantine, anybody under 50 or 60 or something like that, could go about their business as long as they didn't live with older people that were susceptible. And then most of our economy would still be working. And I think you get the people that are absolutely, they think that everyone that cares about the economy is just like, all I care about is money. It's like, no, the economy equals like health and it's actual people's well-being. So it is important the economy keeps going. Like you don't want to live in a society where there is no economy, because you've got, instead of people bartering with cash for things, then you have raping and pillaging. So you don't want a society where like, oh, there's no economy. It's like, we're not at the level of maturity for the average. It's like saying that we should all be libertarians. It's like, I'm a libertarian at heart, but like, we're just not as a society at the level of maturity where everybody can just live under a libertarian rule, because most people, or maybe not most people are good, but there's a large enough amount of people that they're not ready for that kind of discipline. So like, no one's going to tell you what to do. And will you also be a kind and decent human being? We just can't do that, you know? And so economically speaking, like you want a world where people like have to answer for the things that they're doing wrong, and that there's checks and balances and people take care of each other and do stuff. So there's just a lot of confusion, and I don't know if we'll ever be able to clear up some of the confusion, because it's just, society's a big, scary, weird mess of, fragile things, but on the same token, I mean, like, look how good we're living. So it's like, oh, I'm stuck at home. Okay. I'll do that if you say so. Worst thing happens here is I upset my wife because I wash my hands too much, and I, freak out about cleaning the table because I'm afraid germs can get out. I became a germaphobe. I never was.
This has made me actually a little less, but like I still, because I already was and did hand sanitizer and all that stuff now, like I do the same routine, but I'm just less stressed about it now. I'm like, same old.
Now you're not weird?
I'm still alive.
I washed my hands 25 times yesterday, and that was only the national average.
Yeah, guys, I can grow a blister like no one's business on my hands because I wash them so much.
I'm masturbating with both hands right now just to keep my hands moisturized. They're so dried out, folks. Fat, 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 fat. Oh, dude.
Here.
All right. What we're gonna get in the fantasy house drone, and it's a nice little orange drone flying over. What the heck are we looking at when we see your fantasy house? What do we see from the top flying over it?
So it's almost like a mix of a cave. It
froze.
Series?
Hey.
Oh no, can you hear me?
It froze. Go back. All right.
It froze. Okay.
You said like a beetle. It was like a mix of a cave.
And mine just said my internet is unstable. My internet sucks here.
Your internet's unstable? Right. It's losing it. My internet's been quarantined. It needs to get out. It needs to go shopping. It needs a hug.
My modem is shaking right now. My modem is shivering. There's this documentary on Netflix about this Mormon community in Utah where they like blast out holes into the rocks. Have you seen it?
Dude. It's not just the Mormons, dude. Utah has some great like hillside, like rock. I love their like desert houses. Yeah, go on. Sorry, I got excited. You gave me a house boner. Swing, swing.
Oh yeah, but that's like your bike. That's what I want. Swing. That's what I said. I don't have a bike bill. I just say that to people when I go buy them. Swing. No, but it would be like that, almost like blown into the rocks. A cave that on the exterior has an outside house that looks like colonial or like retro.
Yeah.
And stone cobble path, white picket fence, like a normal house, and then you go in, and it's almost like a villain's lair, kind of like. You saw a documentary, right? It was shitty. Their houses were like fucking like just like shipping containers put into like not literally, but like it was just really shitty. And I was like,
don't you make fun of shipping container houses? Shipping container, they're badass. I've been slightly, I'm at that edge where I'm almost obsessed with them, but I haven't started to get obsessed. Like I started to watch YouTube videos on them a couple years ago, and I'm getting closer and closer to like I'm gonna buy one of those. I'm gonna buy 6 of those.
Yeah, you got a backyard, bury it.
A bunker, yeah. So, no thanks.
But see, like their houses were like that, kind of like just like shitty. But it's like because they're shunned from their society.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so it makes sense. So I want it like it would be like professionally done. All right.
Oh yeah.
Lowe's materials. We're talking Lowe's hardware materials.
You're so corporate. Lowe's, the real construction guys.
Yeah. And it would definitely be on a mountain that faces it faces west, right? So I get the sun rise, faces east.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, some people do want to face it. I'm facing north, so the sun actually goes from one side of my house to the other, which is my favorite. So it does blast through a couple windows, but instead of it blasting through any windows at any point, like a 90 degree, like perpendicular straight into it, it's nice. I think if you have an eco, what do they call them? An earthship house. I think you want it to be facing 90 degrees towards the sun, but I don't remember. But go on. That's okay.
Whatever the contractor recommends when I tell him where I want my mountain, like I would legit like have it because I don't want though. No matter what through times of the year, the sun's going to change. I'm going to get a beam of light in my eyes, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I want to avoid that. But it'd basically be like a small hill, like a hill or a mountain that my house would be built into. And it looks like a house and it just goes into the hill and then the hill becomes a hill.
Is it in Utah?
No. That was just the documentary. That's where they live.
Where's yours? It doesn't have to be anywhere California. Real. You can make up a place.
Probably in California.
Okay.
I'd love it here so much. It would be an expensive mountain to build, but like ideally, like temperature wise, like but probably up north more because humans shouldn't exist in LA. We built a city. It's an awful area, so it's like I want to be somewhere more sustainable.
Yeah,
be near Chico, like
near Chico,
like something like that. Like, but yeah, in California where you only get.
You want to be near Sierra Nevada, don't you? That's what's happening. You're like, I went to Sierra Nevada to headquarters. I want to live there.
The beer cheese pretzels are so good.
Oh, so
at the brewery themselves. So hell yeah. But
hey, the owner of Sierra Nevada is a huge cyclist, right?
Yeah. He said if he's going to start a business, it's either going to be a bike shop or a brewery.
That's so rad.
And, yeah.
I love that. That's why I wear my Sierra Nevada stuff all proud when I'm riding my bike. I'm like, yeah.
I didn't know May is National Bike Month, I guess. And
I didn't know that either.
Sierra Nevada sent out a video or a web page that's linked to our web page that has a bunch of links for bike riding and like stuff like that. So
it's awesome. All right, so we're in the mountains in Chico, and you have a colonial front of the house, and then the rest of it's behind it. All right, take us to basically we have enough time to go through a couple rooms. I love to go to kitchens. I would hope you'd have a cool kitchen because you're an amazing baker. So I figured you probably would have something like that. And a couple bedrooms. You pick your top stuff.
Kitchen.
Right,
so kitchen.
Let's go to kitchen.
Kitchen, I thought about that one a lot because that's my first thing I thought of. It would be huge. It'd be a massive kitchen, and it would have
How big's huge? How big's massive? 6 inches? 5.5? Then I'm huge. My kitchen. My kitchen's
7.
7-inch kitchen. My God.
7-inch.
Throbbing. How big's a huge kitchen?
It's in my head. I'm trying to think of 50 feet. It would be almost like a sphere. So it'd be like in the hallway. You walk in to the door and be almost like a sphere that would have windows carved from the mountain.
Oh yeah.
And then it would
have a
cellar
50-foot kitchen with a spear carved from mountain down. It's my dream kitchen. Down. It's up in Chico.
It's it would be like a Skyrim kitchen if you ever played Skyrim.
No, but I know Skyrim.
I would have a pit in the middle, for a fire pit. But it'd be more like this. There's a barbecue place I saw somewhere on TV probably that it looked like a big well, but it had a grate over it. So it'd be like that, just a well in the middle with a grate and a spit, so I can do a bunch of good meat and stuff like that. Oh. And then, I thought about this too before. There would be a cellar door where downstairs I would have an old French man and a monk live there, and they would make wine and beer.
Oh wow!
Specifically for me, so constant supply of fresh beer.
Dude, we've done 75 episodes. No one's had a monk making beer, and everyone seems like they love beer. But dude, someone finally has a freaking monk making beer. I love it, and an old Frenchman to drop cigarettes.
It's creating a generational thing. It would be the family move. This monk's been in my family for generations. He's like,
can I please go, sir? You're like, no, you're imprisoned by my fantasy house.
Get back in the cellar.
What kind of beer are you making then? Describe it for us. Let's say we're here. You're giving me the tour of the house, MTV Crib style. Now, how are you gonna, give me a beer on camera? All right, we're gonna drink one together. We got to cheers.
It would be legit, just whatever I'm feeling.
What are you feeling right now? Let's say we were doing it right now.
Well, hazy, of course. It's delicious all the time.
What's it taste like? Describe it, because me and our listeners are like, wait, what is hazy?
Hazy, it's unfiltered IPA. It's citrusy. It's delicious.
Yeah,
it's really, really good. Can go with tequila very well.
Oh yeah, I love a shot, and then you chase it down with a giant gulp of a flavorful citrusy beer. Oh
yeah, it's good. And then it would literally just be the full gambit. I would want it would mostly be Sierra Nevada beers too, because I'm a fan. So I'd be I want pale. Just constant supply, pale and hazy. Just always have that. And then for the wine, because of where my mountain is, I'm gonna have slopes. So and it's gonna be tall enough to be at the right atmosphere or whatever. And Northern California already has good, climate for wine.
Do they have the wine soil and climate?
Yeah. And especially mountainside, you get sun. So that's why you see in France on a lot of sides of mountains, they'll have vineyards because you still get.
I had no idea about how detailed it was, how important everything was on that. My title rep, Rafiq, he's really big into wine. So when he's taking breaks from doing his title stuff for real estate, him and his wife travel 3 times a year just to Europe, and they buy wine and bring it back. It's their hobby. And he was telling me like how important like soil was and different stuff that's in the water and the kinds of rocks and limestones that are in the ground and all this stuff that he's explaining to me. I was like, wow, like I just one day asked him about like wine growing in LA. He's like, well, he starts telling me about all this pH stuff. And I was just like, damn, I just thought like, grow the grapes, smash them up, ferment them, filter it. You're done. And it's like, there's so much to it. It's like most things in our world. Like we've refined so many things to a level of art and science. That's just like, if you're not in that industry, you don't know, but like someone is going through hell to get you what you want. Yeah. So that's badass.
Well,
up there.
There's a documentary with James May from Top Gear Grand Tour.
Yeah.
It's all about wine, and they took a car across all old country and for wine, and you can legit make your own wine in a bucket. Like just all you need is yeast and some sugar and so the grape juice, you put it in a bucket with the distilled water, purified water, and then just wait, ferment, and then
Oh, you said wait, ferment. I thought you said wait, ferment. I was like, I have been my whole life, darling.
And then you just wait, ferment, dude.
You just wait, ferment.
You just wait for all the boys to come to your yard.
When are you guys gonna get here? My shower cleanliness is starting to wear off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a monk, you've got a French dude making vino. Let's go up to the kitchen part where the food's at, because I do love to drink, but there's something I love way more than drinking. It's eating.
It's eating.
It's eating.
Hey, it would be like
You're an amazing cook, dude. I love whenever you made stuff throughout my entire life of knowing you, which we've known each other for 15 or 16 years, and we've been brother-in-laws for 8 or 9 years. Dude, whenever you cook, I'm just like, yay, this is gonna be tasty AF.
It's exciting. It's fun to cook, especially when you get to cook. It's your say. It's your dish. Kitchen wise, it would be very just standard almost. Aside from it being carved into the rock and having the spit in the middle, I would have traditional pizza oven.
Yeah,
I'd have probably the same oven, or what oven do you use to make good bread? Just a good oven,
dude. Fresh,
or is it stone oven or something? I want that of pulling out a fresh loaf with a crack. Oh yeah, I think so. It'd be I don't know if a pizza stone or a bread stone. I don't know. But a big ass fridge, because instead of having the beer fridge now, that we have a beer fridge and then regular fridge because it's an apartment. I want a huge fridge, 4 doors.
Yeah.
And then it's self-cleaning fridge. So as soon as something is old or timed out, just the soda machine that puts a soda and brings it over and drops it, an arm would come over and pick it up and be old.
Yeah.
And it would bring it like the sushi places where you drop the all you can eat sushi places, the plates.
Yeah.
It would just drop it into the thing, and then the arm goes back up, and then it drops the container that's made for the fridge, obviously.
Yeah.
It opens up, dumps the foods into the trash, and then throws it into the dishwasher. It's all automated.
I love it.
But that's just that part's automated. It's all to assist me. It's not to do my job for me, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or at least to do what I don't want to do, like dishes.
What would we eat right now if we were in your kitchen? So we just drank some hazy, and now we're upstairs showing me this amazing kitchen with your cool self-cleaning fridge. And it's all right, what are you going to serve up to show the cameras, show the audience?
Do some sausages, that spit.
Yeah.
Maybe smoked wings.
Yeah, spit on that sausage.
Each sausage gets one spit. Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Finger foods. Because we're not sick. It's not a pandemic. We're in my awesome house.
Yeah,
we're going to eat a bunch of finger foods. And then you can wash your hands at the huge sink that's over there. It's a massive, it's almost like a waterfall. It's a warm waterfall.
Oh,
like a normal sink, but it's a large waterfall going into that sink. Constantly
sounds wonderful. Flowing. I'll just hop in it and take a bath if it's a warm waterfall. What's the next room we got to go to?
I was actually thinking I would put a bathroom in that kitchen, just a urinal or something.
In the kitchen?
See, yeah.
Are you worried about pee splashing up in the air and particles getting into the food?
No.
IPA, you won't even notice.
IPA.
IPA, yay!
Yay! I'm drinking my pee. No, it would have a door. It would have a door, just a.
No, I get it.
Okay, there we go.
I didn't think we were going to piss next to the soup.
Yeah, the bathroom will have a door, John. Okay.
I know. Okay, where else? What else should we go to? What's the next spot?
So the main living room. It's gonna have so it's gonna be the same, carved out of stone, but it's gonna be painted. It might even have some drywall to represent, like regular walls of a room.
Yeah.
But it'll still be nice and cool because it's carved into a mountain. And then in the center is gonna be like a conversation pit, almost like Scarface.
Yeah.
And like the
I love conversation pits. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The sunken. Some people will call it like an infinity couch or whatever, but they're talking about the conversation pit. Totally. I love that.
Yeah. And then I want like the fire in the middle, but it's going to be like Northwoods Inn.
Oh yeah.
This pizza place when I was a kid. Like it's going to have like that stove pit like in the middle. Like it'll have the fire going, like that stove, and then the exhaust up to the top.
Yeah.
So you can do some cooking there if you wanted to, or like since it already has a 70s feel like that, it's like do some fondue something.
Yeah.
Then there'd be TVs, just for like background, almost like a bar.
Yeah.
Pretty simple for that one. That's it. Just a chill, lots of Moroccan pillows, like a very chill area.
Yeah, you got a very chill area.
And so it's like for just chilling and doing your heroin or your opium, whatever you. Dude, come on over. Open up a vein, bro. I don't care.
Open up a vein. That's what it says above your front door. Like a nice carved wooden thing, like Northwood Isn't style, but it says open up a vein. You freaking weirdo. Yeah. What else? Where else should we go? Do you have a bedroom or do you have a bathroom that you want to show us? Any fancy weird bathrooms or anything?
I have a game room. I want to do a game room, like full on. I want to get a driving simulator, for like racing games.
Love that.
Like just like full on like arcade feel, but more comfy.
Yeah.
More comfy, cozy. Like a spot for like Bianca, because already right now we have like our desks next to each other, so it'd be like a similar feel, but like in a bigger room, and then get some old style like Cruising USA, like actual arcade games and like all the old school ones, like Pac-Man, Faux Show. And it would also have a TV in there because I'm one of those people that live by the light of TV, like Buffalo Wild Wings.
What would be on the TV right now if you were giving us the tour of the room? Would it be a movie or a show?
Office. The Office.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the greatest comedies of all time.
On repeat. Because I just moved in. It's my new spot. That's my comfort show. So it'd just be on everywhere. Like, it's The Office. It's my background for my.
It's like that for us too.
Sanity.
We put The Office, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Mighty Boosh, South Park, and Arrested Development. Those are our like comforts. Like when we moved a lot, we haven't for a while now. For 3 years we've been in our house, but we moved like 7 or 8 times in a 10-year, 12-year period, and it was always like, put Arrested Development on, quick. Dude, I feel weird.
I actually just started that yesterday for the first time in years. I haven't seen it in years because when Netflix redid the 4th season, I was like, all right, what?
Yeah.
What? But
I haven't kept up since they did any of that stuff. I tried watching that 4th season, didn't like it, and then I still watched it because it's Arrested Development, but I didn't watch the redo and anything after that. But you know what? I probably will eventually. Right now, kids are too young for me to watch and catch up on a lot of stuff. I started watching that show Avenue 5 on HBO. Have you seen that one?
Is that the one with Mark Ruffalo?
No, it's Josh Gad plays like a billionaire that owns a space cruise ship. And who's the actor who plays House?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah. So we just started watching that, and we watched Midnight Gospel, the Duncan Trussell show, which was phenomenal. And
it's all on HBO? Because I just got HBO.
No, Duncan Trussell show, Midnight Gospel is Netflix, and Avenue 5 is HBO. So, anyways, sorry, we'll get back to it. I got sidetracked because I got excited. I get excited when people talk about waiting for guys or TV shows. Okay, so where else should we go then? Take us to the next one.
Meditation room. That's going to be for sure. It would just be a small, literally small room,
like a 10 by 10.
Yeah, dark and quiet and soft, where you can just go and meditate. It's simple as that. Light on if you want it on for when you first get in there, and then you close the door and it's completely just soundproof, almost like an insane asylum room, but in black instead.
I was gonna say like a float tank, but you're not floating. But yes, an insane asylum room.
Yeah, well, that's why I think of padded walls, but the lights are off. The padded walls are all black, and then you could just sit in the middle. And it would have a chair. It'd be like the best chair where you could sit in any position because I'm fat and my knees suck. I can't just go in there and get on my knees, I'm going to be meditating about how my knees hurt.
I've had a knee problem my whole life. I know, dude. I get it.
Yeah. So
that's great. You mentioning that just makes me think like that's something you can have anywhere. You don't have to be a billionaire with a crazy fantasy house. You can put together a meditation room anywhere. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I love when things get crossed over in the show to where it's like, oh, you can have that. Because that's an exciting feeling going from fantasy world to like, you can have that right now if you'd like,
No, yeah, that's true.
So anyways, okay. So we've got time for like, one or two more rooms. So pick your favorite ones, whatever you like. And we'll go to, and don't feel like you have to have one or two more rooms. I'm just saying if you had more, where else can we go? We like a master bedroom for you. Do you have a master bedroom with your own closet and bathroom, that kind of thing?
How about the garden and backyard?
Oh, dude, for sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Huge glass house. Huge. Right? Is that what it's called? I feel like an idiot right now.
Wait. Are you talking about a? I think
in the backyard, big glass house.
Glass house.
Yeah, a big house made of glass. I don't know why I'm blanking on what it's called right now.
Wait.
It's a
garden house?
Greenhouse. God damn, it's a greenhouse.
A greenhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge greenhouse. I was
glass house. I was thinking of
the Pomona.
Yeah, I was thinking of the venue or the concerts.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a second. It's not that. What is the glass house? Is it called?
You're talking about a greenhouse, for plants.
Yeah, it'd be a massive greenhouse to grow just everything all year long, and then it would be a huge open, just green grass yard, and then of course I would have 2 dogs, and then they would be able to run. It would have a bike path.
Wait, what kind of dogs? And then we got to get back to this bike path.
Whatever dog is sweet and calls to me at the vet or at the kennel or wherever I find him.
All right.
So ideally,
a Chihuahua like and a Doberman Pinscher with only 3 legs. Okay, cool.
Like perfect.
A Chihuahua.
I want a lab with a dick the size of a horse.
It's a weird thing. I've been calling around all of the shelters and they keep hanging up on me.
You think I'm some sort of joke or something.
What if some guy was really trying to rescue a dog and that was a part of his the criteria and they kept hanging up on him and it's like, dude, who cares if he's looking for a dog with a big dick? He's going to save the dog's life and you're going to put him to sleep. Like, talk to the guy who wants the dog with a big dick. That's the problem with our society, man. We don't let weird people that are obsessed with dog dicks adopt dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can have your dogs, but dude, tell me about the bike path. That's so rad.
It would be big enough to so it'd be the entrance and exit to leave my mountain, and it would go around you know what I'm saying, so I can exit to go to the store or leave somewhere, or it would be a path around my mountain. But every time you come back in through the backyard, so that way it's always encased in. It comes right back into the path where you're going to keep your bike, anyways. At least for me,
I absolutely love it. Like this is like they're. Dude, I love the idea, because what the picture that you painted of a greenhouse back there, your dog's running around, and then a bike path that goes around this mountain or your hill, your mountain, whatever you want to call it. That it just I don't know. I get this imaginary feeling of okay, this is how we would end the episode. Would be you, me, and we'd have Sierra Nevadas in our bottle cages instead of actual bottles of water. We'd have different beers in there, and that's how they'd film us taking out the episode, as I was going around your bike path through your property on
zooming out.
Like a drone taking off over and just hearing us just talking, having small talk. Oh, it's so rad.
See, I would also want that too. I would want certain big quartz or salt looking rocks on the top of my mountain or hill. And so at night they light up. They light up orange, almost like a flame. Lights? Yeah. You can change colors of it. If I want it green or blue or and of course it'd be big enough to put a tent up top. So if you ever just want to go camping, go up top. Just grab your tent, take the staircase around it from the front door, and go up top of the hill and the mountain. And go,
I love camping. That. Camping on your own property is the sign of you made some good choices. Sandro has a land out in Joshua Tree, and it's acres and acres of it, and you can literally just go and set up a tent on his own property and just camp.
That's cool.
It's so cool.
It's cool.
So cool. Oh, dude.
Cool.
All right. Is there anything else in your badass beer estate?
A smoker in the backyard to smoke meats.
Oh, not a guy standing there smoking cigarettes like your Frenchman?
A smoker in the backyard, constantly asking me for change. No, I think that's it.
Oh, dude.
I was thinking of liquor stores, just the constant smoking. The Ralph Fiennes in what is it, that movie where his fingers are yellow from smoking the unfiltered cigarettes.
I don't know, but that's a disgusting picture. Even beautiful actor Ralph Fiennes, I'm still disgusted by yellow fingers.
I see, with all this, I don't want any cameras. I don't need any cameras. Maybe in the front, but that's it. I don't need any inside. Like,
you don't have a paranoid estate by any means.
If someone's going to break into my mountain, they deserve to get it. Like, it's one of those, like, who knows what is this note? The man who kills me knows what it is. Like
what a weird moment.
That's the other thing. Yeah, no guns in my house. God damn it.
I'll leave my sidearm at the door. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm going to be in America with no guns. God damn it.
That's your view of America. I just want an America with no guns.
Super liberals, redneck guy.
People are responsible with them, and they're not total psycho cases. But I guess that's too much to fucking ask of this society at some times, right? Holy shit, these people have lost their shit. Where can people find you? Do you want people to look you up on Instagram or whatever? If anybody's listening to this has a restaurant or something like that, or they want to get beer or what? Are you the guy to call?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. But I don't really go on it much, honestly.
Oh, then don't worry. I'm just trying to give you...
I don't know what my name is. Joshy Poo Slow?
Different people want plugs on this and stuff like that, but you don't have to do it if you don't want. No pressure.
And it's Joshy Poo Slow. All one word. Joshy Poo Slow.
Well, you're a freaking phenomenal brother-in-law. I appreciate everything you do, and I love getting to riff with you. You're
a phenomenal brother-in-law. I love riffing with you.
Hey, our computer screens. Oh, dude. Well, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for doing this. Honestly, it was great.
Thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Guys, thank you for listening to another episode of Fantasy House during our pandemic times. It's been so much fun to get to riff and entertain you guys. If this is your first time listening, I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you to start thinking about your fantasy house. While you're quarantined, you might as well just sit there and be like, hey, what would be cool about fixing this house up and doing something cool, which you've probably already done being locked down. But first time listening, go ahead and subscribe. Give us a review, whatever you want. Any kind of review you want. Just write something and give us some points. And it would mean the world to me. I appreciate it so much. If you've been listening for a long time, dude, hit the share button. Send this puppy to someone that you know that you think would like this. Do that for us. That'd be great. Thank you, Josh, for doing this. I feel like a hashtag blessed guest getting to be in your wonderful imaginary home. Be silly and have fun, guys. Get out there and be safe. Mwah.